Good evening, everybody. It's Donnie B. Got the Beats live here with Two Blue West, along with my brother Nicholas Baker. He's doing his live on location reporting right now for the day. And we also got
What's that?
a little brother Big Scuwop
What's
joining us
going
from
on?
the. What's going on with you, fellas?
I can't call it, man.
Hey, man, I'm out here. Trying to get this Cali weather in. They telling them take the mask off. I still got my mask with me. I ain't playing with them, but I had to get out here and get some of this weather in.
Thanks. I heard it was a beautiful day too. I ain't even been outside all day. Been working all day. I'm pissed
Hey,
off.
man, it's 80 plus out here.
What?
Man, it's pouring
Yeah.
down raining out here.
Yeah, that's a negative. We're not doing that.
Man.
Two West. Let's get it.
Exactly. So school up, talk to us, man. Recording artist Big Scuwop. What you got going on with you, man? How's life treat you, man? Talk to you in the month of moons, man.
Man, life been good despite all that's been going on as far as the pandemic and all that. Like that just stopped a little bit of like show money and all that, but we still getting to the bag, still have emotion. You just gotta figure out how to crack these codes.
Man, every bit of sound, every bit like your pops, man. Every bit like your pops, man.
Free my pops, man.
Huh?
I said free pops.
Hey, man, exactly.
Exactly.
Free black, man, for real. That's the man right there.
Should have been having.
Exactly.
Hey, man,
so,
I'm excited about this.
Me too.
I'm excited we got Scuwop on the show. I'm super proud to see all the moves you making, cuz of like big moves being made, getting to the bag, getting to the music. Like definitely proud of everything you're doing.
Nah, I appreciate you. I'm just trying to keep going and keep elevating.
That's it.
Exactly. Well, what? Let's dive straight into it though. Let's start with the question. So, what motivated you to start making music? Because I mean, obviously, we see the end result, right? And you doing your thing. You get to, like as you say, get to the bag. But what motivated you to start making music, man?
Believe it or not, like I used to like make little songs back in the day, but I never took it serious. So like I went off. I had moved out Florida. I was going out Florida for college. I had a roommate. He was a rapper. Trash. I'm like, man, people really taking him serious. People really taking this man serious. I'm like, man, if they taking him serious, I might as well start rapping because I was managing them because that was my man. So I was like, man, let me just. So I hopped in the booth and then it was just like therapy for me. So I just stayed with it. And then I got a good response from it when I dropped Sauce on Me. That was the first song I dropped. And then that jump went up. So I just kept going from there. But really, I never really wanted to even rap. I was trying to manage them. I like the music business. I wasn't really into all the other stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Talk about like we gonna we branch off of questions every once in a while, but talk about like moving to Florida. What was the influence of that? Like how did Florida itself, like moving from DMV area, like going to Florida, like how did that influence you?
All right. So moving from DMV to Florida, I kind of had to move away from home. To me, if I would have stayed home, I don't know what I would have been on. Like it's easy to lose focus where we come from, and it ain't really that many people you could say that quote unquote made it. Like we don't got that many celebrities, so I knew if I really wanted to do something in life, I kind of had to like leave and then come back. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So that's where that influence at. And plus, it was like I said, a lot of trouble back home, so I had to get away from all that, take a break real quick.
You know what's crazy? Like I mean all of us being from there, like what's it gonna take to change that narrative? That's the common thread for a lot of people. It's like, if I stay here, it ain't gonna be a good move. Like it ain't gonna turn out right, right? So everybody kind of feels like the need to leave and like, you know what I mean? Do what you got to do out of town and then possibly come back. But like, how do we change that? Like, how do we make that DMV area not feel so much like I got to leave to be successful? Like, what do we got to do? You know what I'm saying?
Well, far as the DMV region, far as that narrative for the DMV region, I would say like our region never really knew about like that much of marketing. Like our region is kind of like new to like the industry, so a lot of people don't really know about marketing and all that. They think they could just put out music and it'll just go up. I think that's like a big problem. You know, that's like a that's like a big negative for our area. They don't understand marketing, and you gotta move around because you're gonna meet different type of people that could put you in different like situations or change your situation. Because a lot of people, they don't really. It's not really that area where it's like we got a headquarters where you could sign a deal, or like New York or LA, you could get a deal out there because it's like some of the label headquarters is out there. We don't have that here. Do we have a
Yeah.
headquarters out here? I think we
Nah.
got like, oh no.
Not really, not really. But you know what's crazy? The crazy part about it is, I mean, you're right. It's not a headquarters, but all of those music markets, all of those places use DC as a test ground. They bring all
Yeah,
the music. They like if it can work in DC, it can work anywhere. And it's like
that's a
sometimes
fact.
one power that we got because we busy like not working with each other, and everybody else like, oh, they got good ears. We need to get their approval, but we not taking that power and being like, you know what, we gonna make this a music headquarters. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shit
I mean,
crazy, man. Shit.
I think a lot of it too is like, and it's a joking reference, but I always refer to the DMV, especially PG County, as Wakanda, right? And even if you go back and you look at like Black Panther and stuff and how it's set up, it's like inside that bubble, that's just regular technology. That's just what everybody used to. That's just a way of life. It ain't till you leave out of there to just for you to see it, how advanced and how reclusive people in that region is really. You know what I'm saying? And I think that has a lot to do with it too, because a lot of people, at least it's been my experience, coming up, it's like, oh, I know, or I know, like they know so much, but they don't try to parallel what people are doing outside of the city by way of, as you said, school up, like marketing, understanding the business aspect of the music business. You know what I
right.
mean? And I think but honestly, like being in chat groups and stuff like that, and just kind of looking at the new talent that's coming through, I think people are starting to really get an understanding of it. It's just taking them forever to get to the end result. You know what I mean?
Right. Because I'm not gonna lie, we got like some of the talented artists, a lot of talented artists out here. It's just they business not together, and if your business not together, it's not gonna go that far. You know what I mean? You gotta have a business, you gotta have that team together. Those are two main factors. That's not together. You're just gonna be like a local,
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
because the music is like 10%, and people, especially in this area, they don't understand that. Like, to tell you the truth, I think this area they just make music for this area, and that's why everybody sound the same too. And it's like I can't even play. I'm not trying to downplay our region, but I can't really play a lot of music coming from out of this area outside of the DMV, and people could relate to it because it's just like this area got like its own little sound that's strictly for here, strictly for these ears out here,
Right.
and that's a
And it's just,
problem.
I mean, the problem too is it's not big enough. Like, so, I mean, you take Florida. Florida got a sound, but is Florida
But
big enough to, people going, they selling millions of records in that area. Or California got a sound. You know what I mean? Shit, the Bay Area got a sound, but
but
people can sell millions of records and win off that sound. The DMV, I mean, one part is split. Like if you think about it, PG County and Virginia Beach area sound totally different.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's
Even
like, is
Baltimore.
it DMV or is it not? Like, where does the DMV end? Because Baltimore don't claim to be part of the DMV. You feel what I'm saying? So you got your own inner wars within the whole DMV. Like, it's so many wars. The only sound the DMV got that people know that they're gonna hold on to is go-go. Like, when it comes to a legit, like, nobody else do it is that sound. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's so divided. People doing their own thing and don't want to like come together and be like, all right, let's make a movement. You know what I'm saying? And really do it together. Like you saying, like, people business not on point. It's plenty of people doing the business that's in DC or that's in Maryland, that's in Virginia. Like, they should link up and be like, look, rock with me. I'm gonna do your business. I got your business side of it. We gonna work together and make this thing pop. People don't want to do that.
Well, I think a lot of it was with the artists too, because I mean, personally myself, I know a lot of the artists are still back there, and they're like, man, fuck all that, bro. I just want to do the music part. You know what I'm saying? And not respect the business. You know what I mean? Not do what what you need to do in order to fortify that business part. You know what I mean? So that only to me translates over in when you networking and gaining relationships with people, because then it's like, well, why I want to work with this dude? Like, oh, whole time my cousin is popping over here. Like, my cousin's better than Slim. Like, Slim trash for real. You know what I'm saying? And it's a real divisive culture that has been there. You know what I mean? And I just think that I can't see no change if people ain't willing to accept their own space or their own puzzle piece in the puzzle. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to see yourself and see your issues to know how to navigate and move forward. You know what I mean?
Right. Like a lot of these artists out here, they think they already made it, and they got like these huge egos. That's another main problem. Their ego is like huge, and they ain't even did shit. Nobody even know you. Right. Who are you?
Exactly. If you can't 3 states like to the right and people know who you is, you ain't made it. Like, it ain't it. Exactly. You ain't there yet. You got work to do.
But that's like a closed-minded mentality to me, you know. But they content with that. So I don't know. It's I guess they got to see somebody like they can relate to, like actually like make money off of music for them to like believe in it and try to take the time out to learn the business. I think that's what it's going to take. But I don't know. I don't really know change in it until people change their mindset.
Yeah, I agree with the mindset for sure. Definitely good topics though. And this is stuff that people need to be having a conversation about. I mean, this should be like a panel or something, like an annual panel about how to blow the DMV up or something, where we can just openly discuss these issues. That's what I think.
Yeah, but I mean, like, even with that, we got to be on point to where like we really there to try to help each other. You feel what I'm saying? Because usually, even with the panels and like, you know, the seminars, it'd be like, yeah, pay me $500,000, $1,500 just to get into a room with the same people that I've been in the same rooms with. It's like you're not really bringing nothing to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, pay me $1,000 to be in a room with all the same artists that I've been in all the other rooms with for $10 to get in the spot. Like, we got to start bringing like real like information to the city. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bring people that's actually gonna talk some real shit, not just, oh, I took your money and I gave you a stage to perform on, but you performed in front of the same people you always perform in front of. Like, if you ain't opening doors, like, what are we really doing? You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
In a way.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Stu. I would take the opportunity to say I agree with you. I think a lot of it has to do. There's a word, and shout out to D Barbie, with the lifers. He made a very good point with regard to the lifers brand or whatever about influence and what comes with influence, right? And I think that's really a lot of what it boils down to. People back home, we got people like Chucky Thompson. You know what I'm saying? Wale, at one point in time, Tabby, but people hold them up in a certain regard, right? So if they talk and live Raheem, another one, if they talking, people listen. Everybody else is like, well, I don't know you. Then whether or not they doing their homework with you or not, that's the actual question. But that's neither here nor there. But influence is a really big part of the culture, right? So I think that to go back to your point, Baker, it's like if we had some stuff that was based off of influence, these are the most influential people in the city, and they came together and created a think tank. Then from there, I think we can move forward because at the end of the day, it's like, well, all of them working together, kind of like how Will Rap for Food was. It was like, well, shoot, all of them together, I'm gonna roll with them. You know what I mean? And I think that's just the thing. It's just like every time there's a vehicle or some sort of platform where everybody can get together and get behind, it dissolves in some shape, form, or fashion. Because I guess egos get too big or something. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the biggest thing. Is like once we get past that and people just really understand what it is, take it and run with it. And I think but you have to be able to capitalize on it when it happens. So that's just my take on it.
That's a fact.
Do you? So you agree? You agree with Scuwop?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, you were one of the influential people. You know what I mean? As far as how you make moves. You don't wait for nobody else to determine the moves that you need to be making. You out here doing it. So in the grand scheme of things, in 5 to 10 years, your work already had laid it out for everybody to follow. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, with that being said, do you agree with what I'm saying, or do you feel that there should be a different way?
The jump breaking up a little bit.
I said, with that being said, do you agree with what was said, or do you think that things should come together a different way?
I think a lot of what you said I agree with. From what I from what I from what I heard, I could agree with.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's like this too. Like if you take Scuwop doing what he doing, if he lay
Mm-hmm.
out a roadmap, to success, people got to be willing to follow the roadmap too. And I think what the problem is that people want to be the first. So what they'll do is be like, "Oh, Scuwop ain't do nothing," and then they want to be like, "I'm the one who did it first." You feel what I'm saying? Instead of just being like, "Yeah, like Big Scuwop killed it. Like he did this and this. Props to him." And I'm doing this because of what I saw him do. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? People don't want to just get that up. Like give it up. If somebody did some shit that's dope and it worked and they got success off of it, like give them that shit. Like you know what I mean? Like, cool, they did it. I'm gonna follow in the same move they did and add my flavor to it. You feel what
Right.
I'm saying? But people want to be like, nah, ain't nobody ever did nothing. I'm gonna be the first. And that shit
And
is
that's where
dead.
it go back to where I say they got egos, man.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
ego shit always gonna fuck up everything because it's like if the ego in a way is like that's people pride, they just not gonna
Yeah,
cooperate and just gonna be insubordinate.
exactly.
That's my
Exactly.
favorite word. That's my favorite word of all time. Insubordinate. Like
You
you
know
just
what I
so
mean?
insubordinate, man. Like I figure it do be like that. What Let me ask you this, and this is another sidebar question. School, I want to get your take on it. Since you are a lot closer to the DMV than Baker and myself, how you feel about the new DMV versus series? And what kind of potential that's going to be?
They about to have a versus series.
Yeah, they already started.
I didn't even know about it.
Then there's that.
Exactly.
What they got? What they got like the
Exactly.
what type of artists are in there? Are they is it like the trap scene? Is it the conscious scene?
I think they picking names and throwing them in a hat.
And see,
I
I
ain't
like
even know about it, but I think that's a good idea because any promo on the area is good light, They just
That's some
need
good.
they just need to keep this area relevant. You know what I mean? Like, so anything that's promoting this area is good. Cause like I said, it just take the right moment for people to realize about this area. Cause it's hella culture out here. It just need to be discovered. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Facts.
You got any questions?
Well,
No, go ahead.
go
We can
ahead.
ahead.
What
keep
you
put.
about to say?
No, go ahead and say what you're about to say, Scoop.
Oh, I mean, some of the industry is aware of the culture here. Cause I see sometimes it be like a lot of like bigger artists stealing from our culture, like a lot of the trap rappers. I be seeing a lot of people biting their swag for real, for real.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. Everybody know about what's happening in the DMV. They just waiting to see how can they make it marketable. It goes back to what you said, like marketing everything. So it's like if I come here, this shit been going on for years. So
Years.
like if I come to the DMV and I'm like, you heard of Big Scuwop? Sometimes you go to people and they damn sure heard of you, right? But they gonna be like, oh nah, who that?
Fact.
You feel what I'm saying? So then it's like, oh damn, okay. But that's that ego shit. They blocking in the sense of just being like, yeah, I know who that is. He doing his thing. And like letting it happen. And then you let it happen. And then everybody wins. But people so want to be first or like act like they the only thing moving that they won't work together. I'm telling you, like this shit been
That shit
years and
weird.
years. Hell yeah, it's weird. It's like this shit been happening for years where it's like industry people come to the town and be like, okay, you heard of such and such, and people will be like, oh nah. It could have been in a session with you the day before. And that's that shit that's holding,
Fact.
like, you know, it's consistently held the DMV back. And I would love to see it change. You know what I mean? Like you said, I think it's so much talent and culture there. And people know about it. The industry knows. It's just they like, look, if we come in, we want to make it all work. We want everybody to win. But if y'all fighting each other, we'll let y'all solve it and figure it out and then see who comes out top. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's what they act like, all right, I'm gonna let y'all fight it out, and then when y'all figure out who the one you want to represent y'all, we'll come scoop that person.
Yeah,
And
that's real.
that's
That's a fact.
the dumb shit. You know what I mean?
It's funny. It's funny because I've heard that verbatim from industry people. Like I did, they were like, "That's not our argument. That's not our fight. That's y'all fight. Y'all figure it out. But when y'all that's settled, we gonna go with the person who make the most sense."
They want to put some money behind somebody. That's all they want to do. They like, let me put some money behind somebody. Who's it gonna be? We
Yeah,
can't even talk each other up and be like, look, yeah, Slim nice, or like, yeah, we killing it out here. Give him that money, give him that bag. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah,
It
that's
just
fact.
it just gotta be the right it just gotta be it's really timing. Like I feel like our time coming though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you gotta be ready for it. You feel what I'm saying? Like I put it to you this way: it's artists in like let's say Atlanta or Florida who gonna have like less talent, less following, and all of that, but might get on first or get on before somebody from the DMV because people in that town will say, "Yeah, this person is all of it. I'm with them." Like, yep, sign them up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the thing. You just have people be behind you and be like, yeah, let him win first, and then we can win.
Right. We got Law Watford down there. He said, "Shout out to
That's a good
Law."
question right there.
Yeah, why ain't they ride for the DMV? I mean, again, it exposes weaknesses in the culture, right? Because those people, not saying that they ain't doing nothing for the culture, but does everybody know what you're doing for the culture? I think that's a very big difference. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Because, huh?
I think it's hard. Like, if you take somebody like Wale, you know, he come back. I mean, if he say he's from DC, then it's like, nah, he from Maryland. All right, cool. And then it's like, there's gonna be 1,000 people like, oh, why you not bringing me up? Oh, why you not bringing me up? It's like all the work that you're supposed to do goes out the door because you may know him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm not saying he shouldn't put people in position. Like, definitely, he should put people in studio sessions or put people in conversations. But damn, you still got to do the work. Like, you got to do the
You
work.
gotta meet him halfway.
Yeah, people want handouts. They like, oh, you made it. You supposed to come get all of us. Like, damn, he's supposed to get all of them. Like everybody. Like he
First
made
of all,
it.
how you
He's
gonna
supposed
do
to get
that?
everybody.
How you gonna do that and they don't even know how to make an actual song that he could promote?
Facts, exactly. It's like, okay, he put you in position and then you embarrass him because you don't know how to make a song, or you come up there with some trash that because you didn't work on your craft. Now he look bad.
Right.
Now his capital with the record labels is down. Now he can't bring nobody else because he brought you up there and you wasn't ready. You feel what I'm saying? Like, man, you got to do the work. Like, it's no get around doing the work. Like, you got to do the work. If you want it, you got to do the work.
I agree with
unless you want to come up and then fall right off.
Yeah, I mean, you can now if you want to pay, you can pay money to get a feature. You can pay money to get the right song. You can pay money to get somebody write it for you. You can get out here. You can pay a bag and get you a hit. You know what I mean? But like you said, it's gonna be that one song, and you can get around touring and doing this one song and get you a little bit of money and that's it. But that ain't longevity at all. Like, you definitely gonna be here today, gone tomorrow, riding that route.
Exactly. That's why I'm so big on like building my own shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go back, you can see I've been grinding for like 5 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm really just now starting to see results. Probably
yeah.
like a year or two ago, but that shit was worth it because my shit is like different and it's like a movement. It's bigger than rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just only gonna get bigger because I'm the way I'm building it.
Because you building real fans, you building real people who rocking with you. So if you do,
Exactly.
if you do music, they rocking with you. If you do a video, they rocking with you. If you move out into like clothing, they rocking with you. Like because they rocking with you. It's not a fad.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, I'm building something that's a facade. You know what I mean?
This shit monumental. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Well, speaking of which, we actually have a video that you just released. You featuring Young Glad, right? Called New Money.
Yeah.
Like, talk about that. How did that come together?
Little Young Glad, that's my little cousin. So he another artist gonna come up. He like 17. So he he got good music, but he jive, he a street rapper. So I tried to give him uh industry type of song like that, could be worldwide instead of just dedicating to the streets. So that's how that came about.
Okay.
So we went out Florida, we shot the video. We ain't shoot it in the hood. We wanted to be different.
Yeah.
And gotta respect that, man. Again, you got a huge entrepreneurial eye, man. I don't want that to get lost, man. Like, to be able to say that and not, like you said, not really have like 10 to 15 years in the game, that kind of skin in the game, but to be able to say, like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to do like everybody else do. I just want to go out and get my own visuals and do my own sound and perpetuate, like you said, build the brand, man. Like, kudos to you, man. Like, really.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
They say that's the easiest way to blow in the industry. You got to stand out. So once they told me that, I took that around with it. I kept that in the back of my head.
Exactly. You gotta make your own mark. Make your own footprint.
Exactly. So I want to get to this, man, so people can see it is what you do, man, and get to showcase that real quick. So, Big Scuwop featuring Young Glad and New Money. Check this out, guys.
Hey, squad shit, baby.
Hey, alright, come. Hey, Scuwop, what the fuck it do?
Hey,
You already know how it come. Young Glad.
damn. Vicky, got Young Glad with me.
Bitches Chris on the beat, ho, we been in these streets. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, got too much racks, you dig me. So the plug, I need another 50. Can't fuck with these niggas, they if. Ain't talking, I'm just gon' click it. I think it down, she tell her friends. Hope you fucking ain't nobody business. I'm all about my business. Need new money, no new friends. Got too much racks, you dig me. So the plug, I need another 50. Can't fuck with these niggas, they if. Ain't talking, I'm just gon' click it. I think it down, she tell her friends. Hope you fucking ain't nobody business. I'm all about my business. Need new money, no new friends. Need new money, no new friends. Walk in the trap, I'm fresh as a bitch. Trap on the pack, so I had a cup of bread. Got it for the low, you paying 36. Feel like glad, cause I been on the bridge. He talk too much, that's why he got hit. Hop on the flight, then I go in the head. Keep on your pants, cause it's just what the head. All headshots, one aim for the leg. Nigga fuck 12 from my daddy out the fed. Feel like a farmer, so I'm serving all these maids. Playing tag with the beam, nigga, you win. Got these gas bags just like Wiz. Need a thick bitch just like me. Keep it off the net, I ain't trying to go fed. If I said fuck you, I meant what I said. Got too much racks, you dig me. So the plug, I need another 50. Can't fuck with these niggas, they if. Ain't talking, I'm just gon' click it. I think it down, she tell her friends. Hope you fucking ain't nobody business. I'm all about my business. Need new money, no new friends. Got too much racks, you dig me. So the plug, I need another 50. Can't fuck with these niggas, they if. Ain't talking, I'm just gon' click it. I think it down, she tell her friends. Hope you fucking ain't nobody business. I'm all about my business. Need new money, no new friends.
Me and Scuwop, bitch, we came out the sandbox. I'm in the field with the gang like it's sign line. Fucking with shoes, no, I think that I'm handcuffed. Ain't talking about soda, I'm letting the can pop. I run the zone, making plays, that's the giant. In the car with your man, then you getting your man shot. That's the dog, nigga, I got that red. But you know it's like money, we giving out headshots. You spinning a bit in that photo. See the stick in the glick, he like, oh no. Keep the stick, I ain't talking no pogo. I got the drugs coming in on the rowboat. I got my Glock, so don't think that I'm solo. I'm kicking shit, bitch, it feel like a dojo. We got that shit, bitch, it came in a bolo. I beat the pep, put that shit in the chokehold. Let's get it.
Got too much racks, you dig me. So the plug, I need another 50. Can't fuck with these niggas, they if. Ain't talking, I'm just gon' click it. I think it down, she tell her friends. Hope you fucking ain't nobody business. I'm all about my business. Need new money, no new friends. Got too much racks, you dig me. So the plug, I need another 50. Can't fuck with these niggas, they if. Ain't talking, I'm just gon' click it. I think it down, she tell her friends. Hope you fucking ain't nobody business. I'm all about my business. Need new money, no new friends.
Bitches Chris on the beat, ho, we been in these streets. Nick.
You Big Scuwop in the building. Hey, so how do you feel about like when you look at your work? You know what I'm saying? Like once the video hit, you got the visuals popping, you got the track is thumping. You know what I'm saying? Like how do you feel when you get to witness back what you put out in the universe? Right?
With me, I'm never satisfied, so I always find something that I'm always need to do better. That's just me. That's just like that. Like I always been like that. Even with basketball, like I just always want more. I'm always trying to work, do something better. So I never really, I guess I never enjoy like, even if it's a successful record, you know what I mean? Because I'm always trying to do something better.
Cool.
Yeah, that's how you gotta be. You gotta keep pushing. Like that's usually how musicians are. Like the ones who are dedicated to their craft. It's like, it's cool, but I could have did this, or damn, if we'd have did this, or if we'd have added this to the video, this would have been this. You know what I mean? Like that's how you keep moving forward, though. Those who
Yeah,
sit back and like feel satisfied usually become stagnant and don't move forward. So that makes sense.
exactly. That's exactly how I am. You just hit it on the money.
I want to take this opportunity too. But we got a question while the video is playing. Big Scuwop, what's the dream collab with you? From Law Watford. Who will be your dream collab?
I would say Drake.
Okay. Now we actually had this question too, but name two others that you would have that you would like to add to that as well. So Drake, one.
Drake, Jay-Z, and Future. That's my favorite artist, Future.
Okay.
All heavy hitters. All heavy hitters.
Exactly. Okay. Okay. All right. What influence did you gain from coming from a music family?
So I would say like it just I always just had an ear for it, being though I always been around it. Like even when I'm cleaning the house, I gotta listen to music, or I guess that's just my influence. Like coming from a musical family, I gravitate towards it.
Yeah, I think that's definitely one of those things. Like, I mean, you know, your pops and music, your uncles, your cousins, like, music was definitely around always. So it's even for me, like looking at what you're doing, it's like crazy how just being around something can kind of just sink in without you even necessarily thinking about like it's sinking in. Like just being around it, it's like it's infused in you. You know what I mean? So
rub off on you.
Yeah, exactly. So when I saw you doing anything, it was like it wasn't a shock to me. It was like, of course you're gonna do that. You know what I mean? So definitely, like I said from the top, like proud to see you kind of taking the ball and running with it, taking it further. You know what I'm saying? Like you taking it in the digital side of things and like using that for all it's worth. You know what I'm saying? Like thinking about Nitty Records days, hopping out vans and stapling up posters on light posts. You know what I'm saying? Handing out flyers and CDs. Like it's almost like you taking that into the digital way. You know what I mean? And doing it through a digital version of that.
Yeah.
It's all about a hustle, man. It's all about the grind. Like it's a mentality. It's like it's hard to explain, but it's a mentality about what you're gonna do. Like again, Nitty Records was always like, we gotta be different. We can't do it like everybody else doing it. Like we gotta stand out. We gotta be out here and put our stuff up more than anybody else gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you carrying on that same like legacy and that same thought of standing out and being different. And even like you saying, like with Young Glad, like kind of mentoring him already, like, look, let me hip you to something different. You know what I mean? This was gonna get you money when it comes to the industry. So I just see the parallels with, you and Nitty already. So
right. It's funny you said that because now that you broke it down like that, that is true. Like we got a lot of similarities. And far as like the independency, like for all what I know, y'all ain't have no like major deal, did y'all? Like I was doing it independent.
Nah, yeah, it was all independent. It was like there was definitely conversations, and that's why, like I said to you, like the industry knows. Like it wasn't that it wasn't conversations, but if they wasn't talking the right number, it wasn't happening. It was like, all right, look, we can do all you talking about by ourselves. So, nah, you know what I mean? And it was always like, how can we make our shit stand out more? And that's what Nitty was all on, was like, how can we stand out more? How can everybody be winning? You know what I mean? When he came out with the clothing line and like, all right, everybody gonna have clothes and we're gonna push them and everybody gonna win. Like it's always about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So me seeing the parallels of you being like, all right, Young Glad, you got these songs, but you need to clean it up some and like let's take it this way, so you got more of an industry sound song, so you can win. You feel what I'm saying? That's you not being selfish and being like, yeah, nah, I want you to win like I want you to win. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Because it'll be way bigger if we all just come together, like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, we could come together and be on some Wu-Tang shit, like, not
Exactly.
they, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Yeah,
I
the
feel
way.
you. I feel
Like
you.
like how they came as a group, like a collective.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think
Look, if they move big, they throw more money.
Exactly.
It's about having that leverage, you know. You can't go into these meetings not having no leverage.
Nope. They're gonna look at you like, why you? Why? Why should I give you money? Why?
You just like anybody else.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree, and you know, and I gotta ask you this because I mean they say imitation is the biggest form of flattery, right? Do you get often comparisons to like the old Nitty record days, and you know what I'm saying, like be like, oh okay, yeah, I know your pops and so forth and so on. Like you get that a lot.
Say it one more time because you was breaking up bad.
Yeah, sorry, I said I said imitation is always the biggest form of flattery. I said, do you get the comparison a lot, or people try to compare you to your pops a lot? I mean, how does that strike you? You know what I mean? Hearing that.
They just be saying I look like them, but it don't really. I don't know. I don't really be thinking about it.
Okay.
But now that Nick broke all that down, I could see it's a lot of similarities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
and it's
I
natural.
might start taking heed to it more often now. But I never really thought about it.
Yeah, and that shit is like natural. Like you can't even explain how it happens. But like I mean, you definitely look like him. You definitely talk like him. But I think the mindset, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you getting little seeds planted, like he planting seeds, and you don't even realize it until that shit just happened. And it's like, damn, I think this way for a reason. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's what it boils down to, like planting seeds, and that's exactly what you're doing with the people that you got. You like, let me help you out a little bit. Let me plant some seeds, and like so that you'll think different and move different, so we all can like be successful. So
Right, because that be on some
yeah,
same shit. Motherfuckers around me, they just gotta have that same motivation to drive. Because, like you said earlier, I'm on some with or without you type shit. Like I'm gonna keep pushing, but I would rather do it as a team. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're not on the same page, we got I don't do it dead weight. That's it.
That's real.
Yeah. So the other question we got is, you still doing any creative from behind the camera now?
You said, am I still doing anything creative behind the camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been working on this documentary since December. We're trying to we actually like basing it about the culture in the DMV and like just my story in the DMV growing up. So I'm gonna be shooting like all year for real.
Dope. But you got a name for it yet?
Nah, I don't have a name for it yet.
Cool. We'll be watching out for it. Make sure you let us know.
Actually, that's kind of like related to my album, Live from My Conscience. So
Okay.
I might just call it that, Live from My Conscience.
Hey, market it together. Put it together. That's
Yeah.
the whole package deal. Whole package deal.
And when it's done, come back so we can bring the joint on and debut the joint on Duplo West for sure. That's gonna be epic.
Yes, sir.
How has becoming a father changed you?
It changed my insight, and like it made me more humble and thankful for life. Like a lot of stuff, I think twice before I do it, or uh, if I feel like wasting time, I'd be like, man, I could be spending this time with my son. So that I guess it just matured me into a man. I know that sounds cliche, but yeah, that's the truth for real, for real. It really do mature you and make you look at life different, and you appreciate something.
As a girl dad and a son dad, if that's a thing, I feel where you're coming from with that. You know what I mean? I totally do. You know what I mean? So it's I don't think it's anything cliche about it. It just is. You know what I mean? You don't realize it until you have it, and it's like, wow, okay, you
Yeah,
know. So,
that's
you know.
exactly how it is.
Yeah, like wow, okay. Uh, what can people expect from LFMP2?
People could expect growth. I hope they could hit growth like from part one. Like this is gonna be like more of like I ain't gonna say all the way perfected because I feel like I still could perfect some shit, but they definitely want to see the difference and the growth in my art. They can expect a lot of like personal songs on there, like shit about like homies that passed, shit about all my homies locked up, just real life relationships, all that struggle, success, all that. I've been through a lot to be so young, you know. So I'm gonna just let it all just spill in the.
Nah, that's where it's at. That's the formula, right? Building and letting them grow with you. You know what I'm saying? Letting them hear the stories, letting them understand where you come from, how you got where you at. Like that's the winner. That's the that a
Right.
lot of people are missing. Is go story, like let people in, and people don't buy into them. You know what I'm saying? So definitely looking forward to hearing it. I heard the rumor you was going to drop the date. Heard the rumor you were gonna tell us what the date is for the drop.
Yeah. June 19. So this
June
summer, man,
18th?
we turned into. I'm I'm fucking the summer up. You hear me?
Okay,
But like I said, I dropped the long little worm before I dropped Life of My Conscience.
got it. But I heard you said June 19th, right?
Yeah, June 19. Life of My Conscience too.
Boom, there it is. Y'all heard it. Drop date
Put it on your
official.
calendar.
June 19th. Put it on your calendar, Google Calendar. Set a reminder, then set another reminder. Make sure you get yourself a cup. Stream it all day. Make sure we put the thing. Get it
Yes, sir.
Indeed, indeed. So before we get to the the more important questions like sports topics, who are your top five hip hop artists of all time?
We already know Future. I heard Future in there.
Yeah, and great.
Hip hop.
Yeah,
You said only hip hop, right?
hip hop. Yeah.
And don't use the same artist I said earlier.
No, you can't.
You want to say you want to use Future, Drake, and Jay?
Tupac. Yeah, those three right there.
Okay, Tupac.
Um,
That's four.
um, of all time, shit. Let me think. Shit, I don't even know. I don't even know
Black
too
Nitty.
more.
Black Nitty. Let's
Black
go.
Diddy.
Black Nitty. And shit. I would say Gucci Man because of the influence he had. Gucci
Yeah,
Man had a big influence on the world, like
yeah.
for real, for real.
No,
I
I'm
say Gucci Man. Like all the
cool.
people I named, they have an influence on the hip hop culture.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. And that's only right for you to set your eyes on them and, you know, kind of move how you move. You know what I mean? I respect that. Now, the meat and potatoes of the interview, we got to ask because we know you have experience in the ball side of the game. Who
Got
do
a
you feel has
few skills.
who has the best handles? Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, or Allen Iverson? And I don't understand.
Did I leave somebody?
We missing somebody.
Who? Isaiah Thomas.
Shit, I would say Iverson, and then Curry. And then Kyrie Irving. But it is a different area, so I don't know. But I would say Iverson.
Who we leaving out, Donnie?
I'm gonna hold on to that. I heard you. I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna retract my statement because I don't even want to. That's gonna be a long conversation. I'm not even doing that. But for sure, Kyrie Irving, Allen Iverson, and Steph Curry are in the top 5 ball handlers. That I'm happy with that statement for sure.
Who you picking?
I'm sorry, I gotta go Kyrie. I gotta go Kyrie. I think Allen Iverson is the GOAT of point guards, but Kyrie is just. I mean, and I'm talking about Sage Kyrie. I'm talking about Kyrie with the Sage stick. Okay, that Kyrie is nasty. Okay.
Yeah, we were talking about on the wrong game. I would say Kyrie too. I thought you were just talking about like the handles, like
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like the soul.
Just the handles.
I talk about just the handles.
Oh, just the handles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't, you know, not to disrespect AI because you know Boba Chuck is nice. He's nice now. Like I said, he the GOAT for point guards to me. But Kyrie just do unreal. Like, did you just see what he just did? You know what I mean? Like, and I mean, in Steph, you can't look a gift horse in the mouth with Steph too, because Steph look like he out there in the backyard still balling, even though he getting the check.
Hey, Steph put people on their backside. Same. Steph put people on their back. And then drop buckets on.
Now, do you think it's too early to put the talk LaMelo talk?
Who?
You think it's too early to talk LaMelo talk?
You said too early to talk who?
LaMelo Ball talk.
He's a dog.
Handles?
LaMelo?
He's a dog.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Okay.
He can't
He's
be
a playmaker.
He a playmaker. He remind me of Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
And you know, I rock with Jason Kidd tough. That was my favorite player.
That was your guy. I know.
I can't give him handles as far in the realm of a Kyrie.
Okay. What about Chauncey? What about Chauncey?
Phillip?
Yeah.
Man, you need to take a nap. Chauncey Billups? He got a jumper. He ain't got no damn handles. Chauncey Billups?
Okay.
He's a good point guard. But
that's fair. No, that's fair because, again, we are talking about handles. We ain't talking about all around point guard shit.
I'll get handles. You said Chauncey Billups. Go to the next.
I just threw it out there.
Hey, look, if you edit this episode,
it's funny because you editing yourself. I got you though. I digress. Go. We talk go talk. Scuwop, MJ, LeBron, or Kobe.
I ain't gonna lie. Y'all gonna be mad at me, but I say LeBron.
Okay. Baker.
I mean, what my thoughts are. You know it's MJ for me.
Indeed.
You know it's MJ for me.
Indeed.
Both y'all MJ.
Nah, I say Kobe.
You say Kobe.
Yeah.
I feel like
It's a good debate, you know. I feel like they all got different styles though.
I
I
feel like
agree.
Kobe got his game from MJ, and I feel like LeBron just ain't got the killer instinct that either one of Kobe or MJ had.
I know
That's
what
it.
you're saying.
I put LeBron up there with Magic Johnson all day long. I think, you know, that's who he most relates to me. And if we're not calling Magic greatest of all time, I can't call LeBron greatest of all time.
So why you taking MJ over Kobe?
Because like I said, I feel like Kobe took his, I feel like he developed his game off of watching Michael Jordan. So it's
True.
hard for me to say he
True,
better
true.
if he took his skill set from Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but I don't think he just took it just from Jordan alone. He took it from a lot of different people. To be fair,
I mean,
but
we can say that. But if you watch clips, you see the clip where they take MJ footage and then Kobe footage and splice them together.
Yeah, I seen it.
Come on, man. Come on, man. And you know, my other thing is always my thing about LeBron that I said a while back was how many people that come into the league now say they model their game after LeBron.
True.
I'll wait.
You got a point.
Fucking nobody. I answer for you. Fucking nobody.
You got a point.
It is what it is.
Like that.
I can't argue that, but definitely cannot argue that.
That's a good point.
All right. Well, we good. We arrived at those points. School. What's next for Big Scuwop?
Just more music. Just keep flooding the market. Y'all gonna see more networking, more leveling up, team getting stronger, more money, bigger bag. Just bigger and bigger. Every 6 months I try to be bigger.
There it is. That's what it's about.
Definitely a smart way of looking at it too, for sure. All right. Where can people find you online?
Twitter at Big Scuwop, Instagram at worldwide_SCU, YouTube, everything else Big Scuwop.
So you heard it. Look him up on IG, Instagram, YouTube. Make sure you look him up. June 19th, Live from My Conscious 2 is dropping. Make sure you mark it on your calendars. Pick that, listen to it, stream it all day long. I'm on it. Trust me. I'm getting it at midnight. You hear me?
Right.
Hopefully for Cali time, that's what? 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. You know, sometimes they let us get it early at 9 p.m. because it's midnight on the East Coast. So I'm checking at 9 p.m. on June 18th. See if I can go ahead and download that right
I
off
got
the
Yeah, indeed.
Definitely.
And like I said, you know, I sent you the info, man. You know, I got to do my lobbying for at least a DBG representation. I gotta see if I can slide you a track, bro. I'd be honored if you just listen to a track.
Send me your email.
Yeah, I got you. I'll make sure I got you with that. Indeed. Okay. All right. So any last words, gentlemen? Any last words?
I mean, I'm gonna just give a quick shout out. You know, I got the story joined on Story LLC with the DeMont Pender kind of collaboration. We got the Jill Scott, Aretha Franklin joint with the respect. So shout out to them, Story LLC and DeMont Pender.
You muted.
I think your mic went off.
Am I back now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Definitely want to send continue prayers to my to cuz Active and Muhammad family for the tragedy. Like definitely
For
still
sure.
keeping y'all in prayers. So just wanted to put that out there. That's all I got.
Okay. Cool. Any last words?
Yeah. Shout out everybody rocking with me. Free Black, free Op. Long live Worm. Laugh for my conscious 2 on the way. We're going up. That's all I got to say.
Indeed. Indeed. You already know what time it is, everybody. You here with Two Blue West, man. Again, I'm your host, Donnie B. GotDaBeats, along with my brother, Nicholas Baker, and worldwide Big Scuwop. Listen, all praise go to you, Screw. We definitely are fans of you, man. Like, and support you. However, we can help you to perpetuate your brand. Let us know. 1,000%. It's all fam. It's fan business. You know what I'm saying? That's my fam. So you my fam too. You know what I mean?
For sure, love is love.
Yeah. So that is what that is. You know what I mean? But I'm proud of you. I remember you first was running around with a little basketball uniform and everything, and then like to see you just be a full on adult and doing your thing. You adulting, bro, and definitely really knowledgeable about the things you talk about. So I'm really proud of you, man. Proud to see you your evolution, and I hope for greater things for you, man, for real life.
For sure. Appreciate all that.
No problem. No problem. As the brother Nicholas Baker always says, please like and subscribe. Very necessary to keep us moving forward. Shout out to Demont Pender and the story stuff, as well as again, as he said, Active. Hey man, we hurt for you, bro. You know what I mean? So anything that we can do, let us know. Shout out to the whole Top Flight family, man. Gotta throw that out there. Every single one of them that was not named. Ivan T, shout out Ivan T, Dallas, Bugsy, Porsche. Just the whole nine, the whole pantheon. Shout out, man. It's definitely way ahead of its time, man. So definitely want to shout that out. But that's all I got to say. Unless anybody else anything else to say, we can let the planes fly.
Let the planes fly.
All right, you guys be easy. Have a good week. Stay tuned.
Cool.